live at the Cabana Bar, Lemon Bar in Cabana. I've done that twice now. And we're here with Lockwood Barr. How are you?
I'm so happy to be in this fabulous cabana tonight.
You actually get a live audience tonight, which is kind of cool.
I know. It's yeah, we've got some folks behind the cameras.
We do.
Yeah, no, I mean, it feels just so good to be playing music. I love that the world is sort of figuring this out as we go.
You know what? I love, I say it all the time. I get the live music every week. So I'm sorry, you guys, you can hate me all you want, but I love that you're here, and I love that we've been able to do this. What has been the hardest part for you during this whole COVID thing? Because playing for live shows are just absolutely amazing for the artist and for the fans, but what's been the hardest part for you?
I mean, I think that having the live audience, because when you have live, warm bodies in the room, it inherently changes the way a show is going to go down. I have so many times where, depending on how an audience is reacting, I'll switch up the set list and, throw a different song in, or, you get to know, start to make inside jokes with the audience throughout the show. And I miss that. I'm really craving that. I mean, I guess a blessing to come out of it is, touring can be rough for sure, but, man, I just went into a depression when this thing hit. And so it was kind of like a good reminder of no matter how rough being on the road can get sometimes, living out of hotels and everything, that's where my heart is, truly. So
absolutely. Now, okay, so enough of the negative, right? What's one positive thing that you've discovered or you've learned how to do, something positive that you didn't know before COVID started?
Sure. Well, I mean, I think one of the negatives is a positive in that, the positive of reinforcing just my love for this career and what I do. But I think also just communicating with fans. I've actually started talking to people. I've always loved talking to people on social media, but I feel like it's become more meaningful in the time of COVID because we're all just craving any type of human connection. And so that's been a real bonus. And honestly, I've just been writing a ton. So more new music is coming your way, y'all.
Did you happen to write a COVID song at all? Because I know a lot of artists have done that.
Well, if anyone out there watching is familiar with one of my older songs, Forgotten How to Cry, my co-writer Carlene and I really wanted to come up with a COVID version where instead of forgotten how to cry, forgotten how to love, we do I've forgotten how to drive, forgotten how to clothe, forgotten how to walk out, when, other whatever, just come up with this whole, so there might be a parody of Forgotten How to Cry coming out soon. We keep joking about that every time we go on the house party app.
That's funny, and that's why I wanted to ask, because I've heard so many artists come up with their craziest things.
My Corona. Come on.
Well, Corona is the reason why we even have this lemon
Corona
bar in
is the reason for the season.
It is. It really is. In fact, small fun fact, on the other side of where you're standing, we actually have a Corona buoy.
Stop.
Yeah, we do. Just to commemorate why this is what it is, why this is even here, why you guys are even sitting here right now. If it wasn't for COVID, this probably wouldn't even be here. But tell everybody who you brought with you.
Oh my gosh. Well, my drummer, Bobby Mertz, who has, I feel like you've been through thick and thin with me. It's always amazing to have you. He's my human metronome. And then I have Mr. Jamie Perrineau over here on guitar. And Jamie's not only a phenomenal world-class guitarist, but he's also my co-writer on Hell of a Habit and Best Bad Decision Maker, which are the two singles I dropped this summer. So, and Hell of a Habit is still on the ACM's playlist, and there is a link in my Instagram if you want to go find the playlist. So just
that's exciting.
Yeah, I've got some talented dudes with me tonight.
You do. And one of your artists that you've been working with was here last night, Stephen Cade.
That's right. Yeah, we're doing a song together that we wrote, and I'm cutting for him at my studio.
I love that. You see, you just never
Small
know.
world.
That's what we said last night too. Was
Yep.
Nashville is the biggest small town
ever
on the face of the earth. Everybody knows everybody. It's crazy. But are you ready to sing some songs for your fans at home?
So ready.
All right. Well, let's get started.
Great.
Okay.
Laid out my new dress, put it back. 4-inch heels, wasn't feeling that. Hair is a mess, but I don't care, 'cause I ain't going anywhere. I ain't in the mood for feeling pretty. Kick back on the couch, I'm gonna sip some whiskey. No one's gonna miss me if what a day. Lipstick and makeup would be erased. Looked in the mirror, thought, what the hell? Gonna put on some music and dance with myself. 'Cause I ain't in the mood for feeling pretty. Kick back on the couch, I'm gonna sip some whiskey. No one's gonna miss me if I don't show the way I'm feeling. I'm better off alone. I ain't in the mood for feeling pretty, pretty. Well, maybe tomorrow I'll feel better. Me, myself, and I will have it all together. But right now, I ain't in the mood. I ain't in the mood. Oh, I ain't in the mood for feeling pretty. Kick back on the couch, I'm gonna sip some whiskey. No one's gonna miss me if I don't show the way I'm feeling. I'm better off alone. I ain't in the mood for feeling pretty, pretty. Feeling pretty. Feeling pretty. Oh, I ain't in the mood. Oh.
Thank you guys so much. And there is a virtual tip jar. That is another thing that has just become the norm during COVID times. There is a virtual tip jar so you can Venmo and PayPal directly to me. And if you would like some merch, I'm still selling my baseball caps and T-shirts and albums and all that. So if you want to specify when you Venmo and just say, hey, I would like a baseball cap for $20 or something, we will make that happen. So this second song is called Stories Over, and it's a true story about two friends from high school who I creepily watched cry to each other at a high school reunion, and then, they don't know. So I would also like to give a special shout out to Evelyn, Virginia. So this song's for you, Evelyn, Virginia.
We were a page turner when we met. We were a can't put it down, gotta know now how it ends. We were on again and off again. I always thought we would be on again someday, someday. But someday ended yesterday. And I didn't even get to say, well, you left me with these empty pages. How am I supposed to fill the spaces? Story's over. Well, there was no closure. It was just over. And I'll never know what you never said. I will never know what we could have been someday. 'Cause someday ended yesterday. And I didn't even get to say, well, you left me with these empty pages. How am I supposed to fill the spaces? Stories over. day, and I didn't even get to say, well, you left me with these empty pages. How am I supposed to fill the spaces? Stories over, stories over.
I would like to give a shout out. We have more. Please, you guys, text in the comments if you want shout outs. If you know someone who has a birthday, like random questions about myself you want me to answer. So our shout outs this round are to Lynn Wellman and Chris and Tim. Hi, Chris and Tim. Hi, Lynn Wellman. This next song is called Home.
I was building castles made of sand. Someone come along and they couldn't stand. Every time they'd fall, I had no place to go. But you came along and you felt like home. Well, I felt like a cheap motel in a one-horse town. Any bed that I was in was just a place to lay down. The only ones who knew me were my guitar and the room. But you came along, you felt like home. Well, you're where my heart is. There's no place like you. I didn't mind being lost until I found you. I told myself I'd ramble and be a rolling stone. Oh, but you came along. You felt like home. The songs in my heart are the air that I breathe. But you make it harder and harder to leave. I might have been born to be on this road, but you're my reason to come on back home. 'Cause I might have been born to be on this road, but you came along and you felt like home.
my goodness. I shout out to Steve Flores. Steve, I'm so glad you're tuning in. Hello. I would also like to take, again, this opportunity. So a lot of you already follow me on Instagram and Facebook, but if you don't, if you're watching somewhere new, like through the Center Stage page or RFD TV, please hit me up on my socials. My Facebook is @Music by Lockwood, or facebook.com/music by Lockwood. And my Instagram is @Music by Lockwood, as is my Twitter. Come say hey, follow me. And my socials are always my first place that I like to announce new shows, new merch, everything. So yeah, please keep sending in those shout outs. I love seeing those because I can't see your comments right now. So shout outs are the way to do it. We are going to transition over to banjo and play my new single, Hell of a Habit. Although that requires me removing my hat so I can change instruments. This hat seemed like a really good idea when I was getting dressed tonight, but of course it's 100 degrees, but I'm committed now. I made the outfit for the hat. All right. First step with a banjo, gotta make sure it's fully in tune.
They say 21 days is all it takes to form a pattern you can't break. Don't matter if it's cigarettes or wine. So what's a girl supposed to do after giving in to loving you? You're in my blood and now you're in my mind. Hell of a choice that I keep making. Hell of a weakness, hell of a drug I can't stop taking. Ooh, there's venom in your kiss. Ooh, there's poison on your lips. Ooh, hell of a habit. Ain't a 12-step program ever made to teach the heart to walk away. The music stops, but we keep dancing with regret. Hell of a habit, hell of a choice that I keep making. Hell of a weakness, hell of a drug I can't stop taking. Choice I keep making. Hell of a weakness, hell of a drug I can't stop taking. Ooh, there's venom in your kiss. Ooh, there's poison under your lips. Ooh, hell of a habit.
once again, round of applause, Mr. Jamie Perrineau, my co-writer on that. And I also want to give a shout out. We had a third co-writer, Miss Andy Renfree. And you can also still find American Songwriter Magazine did the exclusive premiere of that. So the article is still up there if you want to hear more about our songwriting process and sort of all that. And then I am trying to see, I see another shout out coming. Evelyn wants to know when I will be live again. Oh, gosh. Well, Evelyn, honestly, I've got older family member and I have some friends that are immunocompromised, so it's going to be a minute. Although I'm definitely going to plan some more drive-in shows. That has been proved to be a great way to get an audience safely together. So hopefully I will be able to play a drive-in show for you, Evelyn, and for everyone else. Yeah, so I know it's kind of tragic right now, though. Believe me, I'm twice as anxious as you. I'm going nuts as well. What do we have up next? Highways off. All right. All right, and all my loyal fans know that this is my song dedicated to Chewy's Tex-Mex. Once again, we gotta tune the banjo. I don't want to get an angry phone call from my dad in the middle of a show being like, tune my banjo. This is my dad's banjo that he likes to remind me is on loan. It's a gorgeous 72 Gibson RB250. I think he knows he's not getting it back, but he would at least like me to play it in tune, so.
Well, I've been hanging on this feeling. I've been holding on real tight. I could drive at any moment. Yeah, I know I'm going. I could fall or I could fly. Well, I'm a mess when I'm around you. You're always confidently cool. Is it as easy as you make it seem to get to me? It's almost too good to be true.
All right. So I've got another sort of Lockwood classic for you. This is Signs Along the Road, and I wrote this on a road trip gone bad that turned into a car crash, and then, you know, I found God, as you do on the side of the road. But, you know, it's been one of those songs that keeps coming back to me at different times in my life when you feel like you're banging your head against the wall. And, you know, sometimes God is just trying to lay out a path for you, and you just got to pay closer attention. And as I get my banjo back in tune, more shout-outs. Oh, my gosh, 2 of my cousins have tuned on. Beth Rowe and Heidi Hansen. Hi, cousins. And Nora Barr Hennings. That is my sister. All right, so now I have to be good because my sister will never lie. All right, let's do this. Banjo's in tune. Don't worry, guys.
Well, sometimes I get lonely when I'm driving in my car. I try to feel God's presence, but He still seems so far. Sometimes He can get you where you think you wanna go, but sometimes He sends deer to throw you car right off the road. Well, I want to know Him inside out, but I'm trying to find a voice that I still hear and tend to down. When I pray to God, I only talk of where I wanna go. So maybe I'll start reading all His signs along the road. We're waiting for a tow truck with that deer right by my side. Makes me start to think about the choices in my life. I pray with them who's treating me like a dish rag on the floor, and whine about the dreams I had that never turned to more. Well, I want to know Him inside out, but I'm trying to find the voice that I still hear and tend to down. When I pray to God, I only talk of where I wanna go. So maybe I'll start reading all His signs along the road. Well, I'm trying not to be bitter and weak, but it's dark outside and it is so hard to read. 'Cause I want to know Him inside out, but I'm trying to find the voice that I still hear and tend to down. When I pray to God, I only talk of where I wanna go. So maybe I'll start reading all His signs along the road. Yes, I pray that He'll keep sending all His signs along the road.
All right, I'm gonna do. All right, who are the shout out? Can you move the board a little, like in front of the light, maybe? And then we're having some technical. Is that Heather? Oh yes, over in the dark. Heather Curtaz. Oh my gosh, we need to talk about *Handmaid's Tale*, Heather. Also, as I switch instruments here, I'm gonna I'm gonna take this time to remind you that you are more than welcome to send me money, and there are tip links that should be appearing on your screen, both Venmo and PayPal. And like I said, if you're interested in merch, a baseball cap, one of my records, a T-shirt with my face on it, classic. Specify that in Venmo, and then we'll chat about shipping. What? Oh, B flat. Can't help loving you. There we go. So I don't know if y'all can see this, but part of my personal technical difficulties tonight is let's just say it's very humid here in Tennessee, and my makeup may or may not be dripping down my dress and sliding all over the finger picks and everything. But hopefully that makes me less desirable to mosquitoes. There's a pro to everything, you guys. So this next one is Can't Help Loving You. It is off my Signs Along the Road record, and I wrote it with Mr. Matt Odemark of Jars of Clay, and a really phenomenal bluesy artist from New York named Spencer Day. So here we go.
I believed you when you said you loved me. I thought all the stars had lined up right. Like an answered prayer, you felt so peaceful. How could I have seen an end in sight? Then you changed just like the leaves in fall, and a chill came through my body, and I knew that you were gone. So I'm left to sit and wonder why my perfect truth became a lie. We'll leave or stay, I know either way. I can't help loving you, baby. I don't want nobody else. And if you never come back, I'll be loving you by myself. I tried looking back on all the memories, thinking I might find a couple clues. But the more I think about you, baby, I think you'd still be the one I'd choose. All at once it's like I never knew you, like a soldier coming back from war. I tried but I could not get to you. I reached out and then you shut the door. Well, leave or stay, I know either way. I can't help loving you, baby. I don't want nobody else. And if you never come back, I'll be loving you by myself. We'll leave or stay, I know either way. You'll be on my mind no matter what I do. I can't help loving you, baby. I don't want nobody else. And if you never come back, I'll be loving you by myself. I can't help loving you, baby. I don't want nobody else. And
Don Yasuda. Shout out for sure. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're watching, Don. Woo. Y'all, I'm trying to find a ladylike way to say this, but I am glistening like a pig up here. So hope you all are having a great time in your air-conditioned living rooms. And once again, so shout out, like, hello to all my fans who are watching from my Instagram and my Facebook. But if you are new and you just tuned in from RFD TV, Center Stage Magazine, CDX, Nashville, my name is Lockwood Barr. I am so honored to be glistening like a pig with you tonight. So I just dropped some new songs this summer. My new single, Hell of a Habit, is still on the ACM New Music Friday playlist. There's a link in my Instagram. So I hope that we can keep in touch. Hopefully you're liking something you're hearing. Although, granted, I'm about to play a sad breakup song, so if you need a drink refill, now would be the time. Wine or bourbon tends to go the best. This is called Releasing You. We swore that we were written in the stars. The beach, the wine, the romance, it was ours. Well, we were white hot lightning. It was so exciting. We were a tangled mess of hearts. But the stitches and the knots are coming undone. You've been tearing them out, one by one. I gotta let you go, 'cause I can't stay. Well, I love you, but I can't love your pain away. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Releasing you. Oh, baby, your little cuts began to bleed, and you killed off my desire with your need. But I kept holding on, gave too much too long. You'll never understand what you refuse to see. I gotta let you go, 'cause I can't stay. Well, I love you, but I can't love your pain away. Well, it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Releasing you. I never thought love would make me choose, that I'd have to lose me or you. I gotta let you go, 'cause I can't stay. I love you, but I can't love your pain away. Well, it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Oh, releasing you. Yeah, it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Saving me, releasing you. Close my star view. All right. Oh, so many people. I'm so excited. Alan Barr. Yes, Dad, I tuned my banjo. Susie Edens Barrett. Okay, you guys, I have to give a shout out to a friend of mine, Susie Barrett Art on Instagram. She does amazing abstracts and also like tropical florals. Susie Barrett Art on Instagram. I'm following her, so like if you go to my Instagram or Facebook, you'll find it. Go buy her art, I swear. It's unbelievable. And also, my number one fan, Deborah Greenfield Rushing. You guys, I'm loving these shout outs. I'm going to give you one final chance. We've got one more tune for you. So do send in the tips, send in the questions. And once again, all of my social medias are facebook.com/music by Lockwood. Instagram is @music by Lockwood, as is Twitter. My website is lockwoodbar.com. So yeah, stay in touch. Hit me up. I've got lots of new music coming your way this fall. And hopefully I'll get to see you at a drive-in concert, or maybe, someday, many moons from now, at a theater. Strange, right? All right, this one's for all the kids. This is a song about drinking. This is called Starve You Out of My Heart. Something that I shouldn't do. You guys, my guitar strap just totally fell off. Hold on. I think my guitar is also glistening like a pig. We're gonna dance it out. We're starting over. Well, I got a hunger for something that I shouldn't do. The taste of this whiskey burns on my lips. It's a taste that reminds me of you. Well, something about your love that still lingers. Something about you runs through my blood. Until I get you out of my system, baby, another taste will still be too much. I gotta stop you out of my heart by the cravings for the comfort you give. 'Cause it's so hard to not beg for more, and baby, that ain't no way to live. Well, something about your love that still lingers. Something about you runs through my blood. Until I get you out of my system, baby, another taste will still be too much. I gotta starve you out of my heart by the cravings for the comfort you give. 'Cause it's so hard to not beg for more, and baby, that ain't no way to live. Oh, I gotta starve you out of my brain. What's time and again I've tried to take my own advice, but now I will control my appetite. I gotta starve you out of my heart by the cravings for the comfort you give. 'Cause it's so hard to not beg for more, and baby, that ain't no way to live. Oh, I gotta starve you out of my vein. One more round of applause for Mr. Jamie Perno on guitar and Mr. Bobby Mertz on drums. special thanks to Missy Wolf and everyone at Center Stage Magazine and RFD TV and CDX, Jersey Shore Country. I love all of you. Send me more money. This is your last chance. I gotta stop you out of my way. Okay, oh my gosh, we still have, I love, oh, okay, so we have Drew, I hope I say this correctly, Drew Puddlewaski, thank you for all the love on my Facebook Live. And oh my gosh, a special hello to Deborah from Dripping Springs. So back in my day when I toured, I went to this magical festival down in Dripping Springs, Texas, right outside of Austin. And I've played there 3 years in a row, and it's just one of my favorite times of the year, and the audiences are always amazing. So hi, Deborah from Dripping Springs, and for that matter, to my whole Dripping Springs family. Yeah, so it was such a joy to play for you guys tonight. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully I'll get to see you in person soon.